One time I was peeing at a urinal and got the pee shake so bad I fainted and peed all over myself.
What?
All right.
And we were all roped in together. And I was the third person, and we'd been climbing for hours at that point. And I had my crampons in, I had my ice pick in, and I start to see the ice around the ice pick just shatter just a little bit. And I go, this is bad conditions. And my friend goes, it's all right, it's been like this for a while. I go, yeah, I think we're going down. And then in that moment, I feel a crack go in my crampon, and there's like a moment of like hovering, and then we all just slide down. We tumble and slide, and all three of us are together. We all have ice picks, we all have crampons on. We all heard the story beforehand, so we're trying not to slice each other into pieces. We tumbled for 150 feet down Glacier, and we had stopped right before we went into a crevasse. And like the crevasse was just like these like terrible icicles, just like the most like hellish icicles. Just if we had gone maybe 75 more feet, we would have been in that thing. So good thing we didn't. All I remember while I was tumbling down is like, this is it. Half of my brain was saying like, this is it. This is how you die, Mari. And the other half, and I was saying out loud, no, over and over. I'm like, this is not how I die. I do not die like this, and I do not die today. And I was like, no, no, no. And like for 150 feet, it felt like it was in slow-mo, and I saw like my friend as we were tumbling. The moral of the story is,
listen to professionals when they tell you to do something or not to do something.
I was born with only one testicle.
wow!
I could have sworn, yeah, it's like I was so scared to admit it until like 11th grade, and then I finally...
Till last year.
Yeah, no, and then I finally told the girl, she was like, I don't care. I was like, oh, okay.
Wow, one less thing to worry about, you know?
I know.
Yeah. No, but then
You can spin that thing all you want.
Yeah, and it never falls off.
Wow, you only got one ball, my
got
guy.
one little, it's the right one.
It's always the right one.
It's always the right one.
So then you don't have anything to absorb.
Yeah, it's not like the, it's not that situation. It's more like a, it's like a yo-yo.
I realized that pee looked like lemonade, so I would bring a little cup to my room and like pee in the cup and then bring it to her and be like, here's some lemonade. And she'd be like, thank you. And then like, I guess when I left, she like went to my sister and was like, why is this warm? And then my sister was like, don't drink that.
Kid, my mom allowed me to touch people's butt, squeeze it. It was like I was a cute little kid, so I would go up to people's butt and I would be like, honk honk! Like this is the thing, she allowed a lot of that to happen. And I would go to work with her sometimes, young, like I was like elementary, like young elementary, like I was cute little kid, like going like, honk honk! Like she allowed all of that. So like growing up as a,
Just girls or guys and
like everybody, she was all about it. She was just like, she said, go get him the honk honk. Go get him the honk honk. So I used to go like honk honk. I remember like her boss at the salon she used to work with, she's like, she said, go get her. And I would get her and I'd be like, honk honk. And then she would chase me all the way to the bathroom. She said, I'm gonna honk honk you. Whatever. But the thing about it is, I remember in middle school, I mean, at this point I had stopped honking, but middle school came around and my girlfriend at the time,
You had a girlfriend?
yeah, shut up. She hit me on my butt and I said, two can play that game, and I hit her on the butt.
And then she got pregnant.
Listen. No, I hit her on the butt. And the teacher saw that. And like there was a teacher that like loved me and everything. He was like, Keith, I gotta send you to the office. And at this point I was a good kid. I loved like, you know what I mean? I loved school at this point. I think after this is when I became a rebel and I stopped.
After long drives, everyone will just go inside and like forget that I'm in the car seat or one of my brothers are in the car seat.
What?
Hold on, go in the house and go sleep.
That actually happened multiple times.
Back there was always so dangerous because we were like really young. I think I was like 7. I don't know. But that running across was the scariest thing, like because cars were going so fast, like 50 miles an hour. And so we would always have to sprint across, go, and get to the median, and be like, okay, go, and get to the other side. And then at one point, for the second part, I had tripped. And like literally, it was like in a movie.
Yeah,
where my
that's
sister
like when
comes
the car
back.
breaks down on a railroad.
Yeah, it was just like, the honking is coming right at me, and my sister like grabbed my wrist and pulled me out of the way at the last second.
No.
Yeah, and I was like,
was it like a big truck? And he had the big horn. There's like,
I think it was like a Suburban.
It was a Suburban. It was some guy who was just like, I'm going to kill you! Like, he just...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've done a chemistry read with Tilda Swinton.
This is.
I once got blackout drunk at a B.O.B. concert. I thought...
Sorry.
It's so funny.
Blackout.
You really were pretending airplanes and nights really weren't you?
B.O.B. Airplanes and night skies like shooting stars.
And lastly, I thought everyone had a penis until I was 8 years old. Everyone on the planet.
Called the police recently.
I heard.
Yes. So I was driving on the freeway, okay? And next to me and we're in traffic, so I see this car a lot. Next to me is a car driving, and it's full, and there's like two people, both of them look like 50. A guy driving, and then what looks like his wife in the passenger seat. And I see on their window, like written with someone's finger on it, is "Help me." And I looked over and I saw "Help me," and it was like on the top of the window. So imagine when you're trying to block the sun, you flip that thing over to block the sun. So it was blocking specifically where it was written. Okay, so I'm thinking, oh, she wrote it and she's trying to hide it from the guy who's kidnapping her and her family, right? She wrote "Help me." I gotta do something. Like, I didn't know. I tried to call Keith. I tried to be like, Keith, do I call the police? He did not pick up. So finally, you did not pick up. This was like 2 days ago.
You had a chance to be a contender.
For a second, I would tell you. I'm gonna step in for a second because if I would have known you were calling for that, I would have told you not to call the police.
I know. That's why I called you, because I was like, I need to call the police, and then I was like, I'm gonna make an issue. I should call Keith. He'll calm me down. He did not.
Dude, no. Okay, so like, did you call the police?
I called the police.
And everything was okay, right?
No, they couldn't find the car. I had the license plate. I had everything.
Oh my God.
I was driving next to it, and I was on the phone with a police officer. Like, so I had the operator, and then she was on the phone with the CHP officer, and I could see him. He was looking for the car, and I was looking for the car, so we were both on the freeway. And I had to like try to give him. I was like, okay, we're passing this exit. 2 cars to the left in the number 1 lane is the Honda Accord, like license plate number. It was so scary, and I felt like I was gonna be in trouble.
Did the family inside look scared?
I don't know. I had to merge. I had to get.
Oh my God!
See what I'm saying? No.
Oh my God!
No, no one does that.
I don't know. I had to merge.
I was
fucking throwing up.
Guys, you want to know something lately, actually? I normally used to, you guys would be like, oh, you'll throw up one day. Have you ever, like, puked in your mouth before on accident? And I was like, no, never. In the last 2 weeks. Hey.
3 times you've thrown up in your mouth.
Just a little bit. And dangerous. When you're driving and you're like, oh, no.
Oh no.
That was bad. Sorry.
You can definitely hear it, and then I hear it in the bushes, and I'm in my tent. Here's the edge of the tent.
Why do you sleep like a mummy?
I'm floating 3 inches off the ground. I'm in my sleeping bag, and I hear literally up against the tent. I hear,
Oh God!
and I'm like, there's a bear right here.
Holy
And I'm like, I'm just like dead, and I'm just like completely still. Like my rabbit instincts come in. I'm completely still. I look over and I just see the still and my brother just like this. We're both just dead. So I before I even looked, I'm like, I know he's awake. I know we're both awake right here. And then it goes away from the tent. And we're like, I'm just like, and then all of a sudden I hear it scratching on the truck. I hear it just like, and I mean it's loud, and I hear it like moving the truck. We had a big, gigantic plastic container of water, like this big. It was several gallons. I hear, turn, and I hear it just get thrown. Like I hear this thing like thrown like a good 8 feet. Like I'm like it just threw that, And then
The bear works
and
out.
then this is what's the scariest part. A bear is big and strong. I hear it trying to flip the car handles. It's legitimate. I hear the
no
car handles.
way.
So the bear was
Smart.
literally trying to do this, and we're just hearing it messing stuff up. We hear something get broken off. My brother turns to me. He goes, "You hear that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "It's messing up my truck." I'm like, "Yeah, it is." And he's like, "Crap, I gotta do something." I'm like, "No, you don't." And it keeps messing up the truck. We keep hearing it like tear stuff up. My brother sits up with bear mace in one hand and a hatchet in the other. And he's about to unzip the tent. And I'm just like, I'm afraid to even look and see the bear, because for some reason I'm imagining I'll look and just the bear will be like, "Hey!" and like come at me. He starts unzipping the tent, the front door, and then I hear the bear go away. That's that story.
Holy
smokes.
Insane.
Yeah.
Tell me about your taking your ass.
So in middle school, a friend of mine threw a bug at me, and I freaked out. It hit the ground, and I killed it. And then he was like, "What the f?" And then he kicked me harder than anyone's ever been kicked in the taint.
Oh my God!
And then for the next maybe like 7 years, it got harder and harder to piss, to the point where it hurt to piss every single day.
Oh my God!
Where did my comedy come from? And so I had to have surgery where they had to replace my urethra using a part of my cheek skin.
What?
And I had to wear a catheter for a month.
Oh my God, Tommy!
This was the lie, right?
This is the truth. And then the ass thing. If you're a hairy guy, you can sometimes get like an ingrown hair situation, but it got really out of hand.
A pilonidal cyst.
Yeah, no. I know people have had it, and it's awful.
Yeah, and
Wow.
and I had to have. They tried to get rid of it one time. It didn't work, so they tried to get rid of it another time. So for like half of my like middle school, I think one of my middle school years, I was just like
And you have, like,
wearing
an
gauze on my ass.
Yeah,
Like Olivia, or else I'll like you up.
Oh.
So he
I was gonna
brought
say, I'm gonna
he
you, so
brought
I'm
a
like,
knife to school,
What, Olivia?
and I was like, "Oh my God!" And then so they found out, like the school people found out, so they call the cops, right? And
Yeah.
the cops come to the school and arrest him. The kid, how
All
old
for
was?
your
How
love.
old were you? A freshman year in high school.
You need to home because
You are hot stuff. And then I was like, "Oh, what?"
Like, are looking at other snacks, and then we hear this dude go like, "What's up, ladies? How you guys doing?" We're like, "Good."
Oh, a good story always starts with a stranger man saying,
Yeah.
"What's up, ladies?"
You're like, okay, this guy's
Super
like
cool
out
guy.
for the night. Yeah, there's an SUV outside, and
Good detail.
and he was like, "What's up, ladies? Like, were you guys done for the night? Like, there's a party nearby if you want to go." And all of a sudden, I was like, I bet I know where this party is, because every time I drive home from my dad's house or from the valley, I always pass this one house, and I see it, and I'm like, dude, this is either like a YouTuber house or a party house. Like, this house, you can tell. And so I was kind of curious, and we were like,
No.
there's a party. And I was like,
No,
where at?
Courtney, this is bad. This is a bad thing to teach
Her
kids.
crazy story. Don't do this. Don't go to strangers' houses or go to anywhere that a stranger tells you to go. Or don't give them your number. Don't do anything with strangers like that. But we're like, that's funny. Like, and it was literally walking distance from my apartment. Like, I knew exactly where this party was, and I'd always seen this house. So I was curious, and this dude was like, yeah. Like, come check it out. Our party on the 4th went viral. Like, you should come check it out, dude. And we're like, all right, well, we'll let you know. And then he like left in his SUV. I think he wanted us to like get in his car and go with, but we were like, no, like we got to stop by my place really fast. Because we were like in very like lazy, like comfortable clothing. We're like, let's go home, let's change, let's go check out this party.
Oh my God.
It was just me and my sister out on the town. We wanted to check it out, okay? So we ran back to my place, and they had like a pool and stuff. So we're like, oh, let's get like a swimsuit and see if we want to like go
You were gonna
swimming.
swim at this
Jesus
random party?
Christ, Courtney!
It was a night of exploration. I don't know why this sounds that crazy.
No.
I'm literally alive.
My face was paralyzed as a child. I had a really bad ear infection, and my eardrum burst, and I developed Bell's palsy.
Oh my God,
Ding, ding.
Spencer!
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was like 5, so I bounced back. But I got to wear an eye patch.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Wait, you got to wear an eye patch as a kid?
I got to wear an eye patch
I
as a
got to
kid.
wear an eye patch as a kid.
What was your excuse?
In
love pirates.
No, in middle school, we were doing jumping jacks next to each other, and this girl's fingernail like slit my eyeball.
Oh, awesome.
And so I had to wear an eye patch for a month.
Platform when I was a little kid, and I was hiding behind the boat. I was like kind of holding on to like the motor on the end, like the propeller down there and stuff. I got out of the boat, and right as I stepped onto the ladder and started climbing up, the guy started up the boat, and like the propellers are so I almost got my leg chopped out.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Those are scary. You see the animals in the ocean.
That's like
with
Final
those stars?
Destination crap right there.
Yeah.
I've almost been chloroformed.
What the hell? Chloroformed? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I remember that when you were on a hiking thing.
When I was little, I had this problem. I don't know if I've told you. I think you guys know this, and I don't know if I've told it before. You've seen Superbad? You know the guy when he's a kid, he can't stop drawing penises. Yeah. I had a habit when I was a kid where I just like kept drawing naked people, but like I didn't know what anything looked like, so it was just kind of wiggles down there. But like I drew so many to where I had like a stack of papers like this thick. My cousins found it and like they showed my mom, and my mom gave me a spanking.
She got that ass whooped.
She's like, penises don't look like spaghetti.
And they all had like frowns, like they were all just like naked and sad.
She had sad dicks on there.
Okay. As an adult, I have pissed the bed multiple times and accidentally moistened people sharing a bed with me.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. Yes, I've been with my girlfriend for over 5 years. I've pissed the bed probably 5 times.
What happens, bestie?
I every now and then I'll get a dream. Sometimes I'll catch myself and I'll get a dream where I'm like, oh, in my dream I'm peeing. I need to wake up now.
So you do it too?
Yeah.
Yep. And then Leonardo DiCaprio's there like, wake up!
Yeah. There's something about it where when I'm sleeping, I like to pee in my dreams. I don't know. I don't know.
Me too, man.
It doesn't happen often, but when it happens like once a year.
How does she react?
Yeah.
Disappointed. She's disappointed.
Or no.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And that was the last party he ever went to.
So what happened?
So, I was in college for the very brief time I was in college.
College boy Damien.
Yeah, we were doing a fundraising party for my improv troupe's big sketch show, end of year sketch show. And so, we charged a little bit of admission, and we threw it at one of my friends' places, and it was a very well advertised party. And over the course of the night, we got well over 200 people. Unfortunately, another house across the street was also throwing a party of similar size.
Yes.
So across from each other, there was maybe 400 people in like 2 different houses, and that's when the helicopters showed up. And I'm standing there with like there's a picture of it. I'm standing there with like a case of fundraising money that we collected handcuffed to my wrist by me, so no one could just snatch it in the middle of the night, dressed up in like a proper like vest and suit.
Hit a kid on a bicycle with my car.
Oh my god.
And I've resuscitated a person using CPR.
Whoa, Tommy! This is literally like a Leanne Moriarty book. Okay, all 3 of those. Those are the premises.
Or it's just living in Florida.
Ooh.
These are all.
There was no street light. It was like I like tried to tell people, I was like, it's not my fault. It's like the street's built wrong. And
Well,
they're
it's
like, they're like,
Florida.
nope, you hit a kid on a bike.
How
And I was
old
like,
were you?
I was like 18.
What was his name? What was little?
He was 18 or 19, or you were 18 or 19?
I was 18, 19. By the way, it was one of those things where it was just like, boop, plunk, and then he got up and he was like, huh. And I was like, oh my god, are you good? And he's like, no, I'm fine. The CPR, this last New Year's, I was talking to someone, their eyes rolled in the back of their head, they fell down and they turned white, and they were not breathing, and I just was like, okay, what? Okay.
No
And then they were like,
Oh my god!
Did you use the
ha ha ha?
I tried to. I was more just like, oh my god!
Oh
my god!
Did you break their chest?
I don't think so.
You didn't do it right then.
Because
Didn't do it right.
they got up and drove home.
Oh.
Go to the hospital!
And
Wow.
We were living in Florida, and we had a pool in our backyard, and my parents put me, you know those baby gates that you prop up against a doorway? And it's
Child
just like-
prisons, yeah.
Yeah, child prison. So they put that there, and I was in my little area playing with toys, whatever, and my parents were in the other side of the house, just probably for 5 minutes or whatever, maybe
Banging?
longer. I think they were actually arguing, my mom said.
Oh.
They were arguing about something. Yeah, not that
Okay.
fun. All right, you stay here. Mommy and Daddy gonna go.
It could have been hate. It could have been hate banging.
Maybe they
you know?
do the fighting sounds.
Yeah.
Can we get to how I died? I must have been just a clever kid, because I snuck past the baby prison, got past it, got outside, opened up the screen door, went out to the pool, and was throwing rocks in the pool. I'm 18 months old, my coordination and balance is not that good. I fall into the pool. I'm not an 18-month-old who knows how to swim, so I'm face first in the pool. I clearly drown.
Why didn't you think to turn over?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just swim?
You dumb, you stupid
My
baby.
Why butterfly.
Did you get out of the pool, idiot?
Yeah.
Why did I climb out, you dumb baby? So my parents are arguing on the other side of the house while I'm in the pool face down. My mom says, and they don't know how long I was in there, but my mom says mid-argument she heard a man's voice say my name. So mid-argument she was like, Shane, and then runs, sees I'm not where she left me, goes, finds me in the backyard. At this point, I am dead. I am completely gray, floating in the pool, and my dad was in his full flight jacket, Air Force suit, and
I feel like all like pilots are probably always in their flight suits.
Yeah, he was always in it. It was this giant. It was this one. It was this whole onesie. This green onesie is what it looks like. And so he jumped in there with his whole gear on, comes out just holding me, just this dead baby. Insert dead baby joke here. Just right there. My dad was apparently like frozen. My mom said she started performing CPR immediately. My brothers say it was like a good minute of panicking before anybody did anything.
Oh my god.
Which it makes sense. There's a dead baby in the room. You're not gonna be like, all right, let's think about this, guys. It's gonna be like, dead baby! So my brothers called 911. My mom's performing CPR. I guess just as the ambulance arrives, she got me breathing again. So she probably saved my life.
Good job, man.
Mommy's a hero!
Saved my life, but
When do you give like baby CPR? You're like, no.
Courtney, what's yours?
One time I got a real bad blister.
No!